So we're expecting a cyclone category 3 within the next 24 hours. It's going to hit Reunion a lot more than Mauritius, but I'm just sitting on the beach here. It's 7:30 in the morning. It's a cloudy day. Obviously we're expecting a lot of rain. We've already had a lot of rain yesterday and more is forecast for today, really heavy showers. I'm just enjoying this beautiful, peaceful view, the calmness before the storm. It's strange how quickly fury turns to calm. Just hours ago, the sea roared and swallowed the shore, a wild, relentless force. And now the same waves move gently, as if soothing the scars they left behind. The light softens, the air stills, and the sky blushes with forgiveness. One of my favorite things in Mauritius is to simply wander through the towns, the narrow streets lined with fruit stalls, the markets bursting with voices and color. I love stopping to ask questions, learning which vegetables are grown here, how locals cook them, and how flavors change from one village to another. There's something grounding about watching people go about their day. No rush, no performance, just real life unfolding under the sun. That's how I begin to understand a place, by being curious, by listening, by learning. And riding our scooter, that curiosity took us to the Pamplemousses Botanical Garden, a quiet place that feels alive with history and peace. I spent many hours taking photographs of curious plants and flowers, each one revealing patterns and colors I'd never seen before. It's the oldest botanical garden in the Southern Hemisphere, stretching across 33 hectares of lush greenery. More than a scenic spot, it's a living archive, home to both exotic plants and endangered species from the Mascarene Islands. Parrots, ducks, and the Madagascar moorhen roam freely near ponds where the turtles and fish move slowly through the water. And above it all, fruit bats, the island's most endemic mammals, hang like silhouettes against the sky. It's a place that invites you to slow down, look closer, and fall quietly in love with Mauritius. We're only in Grand Baie just for a few hours, one of the island's busiest spots. I barely film anything. I'm still getting used to using my phone as a camera, but sometimes it's good to just wander. No plans, no pressure, and see the place for what it is. Grand Baie is louder, faster, more built up, but it's also part of Mauritius, and that contrast is what makes it real. Now let me show you a little of where we're staying. Most mornings I walk along the beach, letting the warm sea touch my feet, watching how the light shifts across the water. I stop running, I stop chasing to-do lists, and start noticing the small things, the tiny crabs walking, the way palm shadows move on the sand. I spend my time learning how my camera works, photographing hotel guards, and figuring out how to film myself. Trying to understand light, learning to observe rather than rush. And right now, I feel completely overwhelmed by this new journey of filming. When we arrive in Mauritius, I'm in a heavy place. Everything feels unclear. But here, little by little, something in me begins to soften. The sea, the light, the rhythm of the island, they bring me back to myself. For the first time, I truly learned to slow down. Mornings by the lagoon, followed by breakfast at our favorite cafes and playing cards with Will and this little kitten. Feeding the stray dogs every afternoon, and every day becomes a quiet ritual of care. We meet Sally, the South African woman who runs the only dog association that really helps them, a small, dedicated and unstoppable. Evenings fade back to the beach, where we watch the sun sink below the ocean, and I realize this is what healing feels like. This is how they fix potholes. They just fill the holes with stones that then end up going all over the place, as you can see. But that's how they obviously think they should be fixed. And the state of the roads here are pretty bad. As I walk through the back streets of Beach, I see another side of Mauritius. The postcards don't show this, it's one that hurts. The narrow lanes, the worn houses, and the everyday lives behind the resorts. It's raw, real, and hard to ignore. And poverty sits right next to paradise. And in the south, we'll see even harsher living conditions, places that stay hidden from most visitors. When you come to Mauritius, you need to eat in these little huts, and you definitely need to try what is called a roti. It is absolutely delicious. And what I mean by local prices is that Will and I will actually have lunch for €2. And if you go to the tourist places, you'll end up paying like 30, 40 euros, and it won't be as good. Oh dear. Welcome to Mauritius, everybody. This is the eastern coast, much more beautiful than the north. Where we're staying right now, we have another 2 weeks, and then we're going to move south, so that will be in episode 2 of our Mauritian adventures. But this is absolutely stunning, guys. I hope wow. So we've been in Mauritius for 3 weeks now. We're staying in the northwest in a place called Biche. And I don't quite know what to make of this place yet. I don't know if it's a money-making machine or if it's paradise. Yeah, I had different expectations, so don't get me wrong. The beaches, some of the beaches are absolutely stunning. And yeah, the island is definitely very beautiful. But from what we've seen, people who are staying in the posh hotels right on the beach, their sections are really amazing, really beautiful, really pristine. But then as soon as you kind of get out of that area, of that touristy area, it can be really slummy and a bit crap, and there's a lot of dirt everywhere. And I didn't really expect that from Mauritius, to be honest. The good news is that we're going south next week. The very south of the island, not far from Lemoine, and a lot of people have told us that in the south it is much better, it is much quieter. This is also Mauritius, and in the next episodes, we'll see a very different side. The south feels wilder, quieter, and it changed the way I saw this island. If you made it all the way to the end, then thank you. Seriously, this video isn't full of drone and cinematic transitions, but it is real life. And if you enjoyed it, or it brought a little bit of value to your day, and you think that Will and I are kind of cool cats, then you can join our Patreon. There you will find no annoying ads. You'll receive a postcard from anywhere we are at the time you join. You will have access to our monthly Zoom calls, Ask Me Anything posts, and so much more. But most importantly, you will be supporting my work right here. And if this is not your thing, that is totally fine. I will keep sharing my videos on YouTube for as long as I can afford to, which, given how much YouTube pays, is about 2 coconuts on a baguette. Oh, and if you're planning a trip to Mauritius, then check out my digital Mauritius guide on my website. It is packed with everything we have learned from living 6 months on the island. It's got all the places, all the hidden gems, the secret beaches, all the places to go and eat, and all the slow moments in between.